Yeah. 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 Jacobs. Yeah. Jacobs. Yeah. Jacobs. Yeah. 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 Jacobs. Yeah. Yeah. Jacobs. Yeah. Jacobs.
We gonna start in 3 more minutes, y'all. I can't call it, y'all. Texas, it's good out here on the west side of Texas, y'all. El Paso, 79934 area code. Y'all give me a couple more minutes. Let me bring this show up and let's get it started. Give me like 2 minutes, y'all. We'll start talking about that flux. Go ahead and give y'all some first hand, some updates. Give y'all a little show today. Show you what's going on inside the book. Got a little animated clip for you. Hold on.
Yeah. 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 Jacobs.
All right, y'all. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I needed a couple of minutes to bring all this stuff up. There we go. It's gonna be a little bit better. And let me go live too, y'all. I'm going live on a couple other platforms. Y'all give me 2 ticks. So basically, everything's on. Mic unmuted. All right, let me show y'all what we're doing here. All right, y'all. This is what we're doing. We're talking about flux. All right. First line of defense for unprecedented extremes. It's what we do here at the Flux Continuum, y'all. It was been time for me to bring this to the people. So if you guys like what I'm kicking today, what I'm putting out when it come to me building my own little brand of sci-fi, then you guys let me know by going to my page, y'all. Hit me up on some of these hit me up on some of these clips. Y'all let me know if y'all like it. Then, hey, I can start on TikTok doing this Thursday, Friday, and Saturdays. Give y'all one clip. At the same time, if you like it that much, then you can go out to my YouTube page. I have the audio book format already for books 1 and 2 that you see right here. Books 1 and 2 right here. All right. This is book 3. We'll get to that in a while. But we want to do books 1 and 2 first, though, because we actually have audio for those. So you guys can start hearing the story and start getting the feel of it. And what we do here at the Flux Continuum, Flux first stands for first line of defense for unprecedented extremes. Okay. And it's basically a story about the Lords of Chaos versus the Lords of Order. Now, while they doing all that, what we do is we follow the avatars. So the storyline basically follows the Zodiac Guardians. That's why I reference the avatars to the Lords of Order. So, book 1 is basically the Earth-based characters' origin story. Okay. So they have a whole origin and everything going on the show. I mean, on the in book 1. And then basically in book 2, they antagonize or they fight amongst themselves. They get some type of structure, the whole nine. And then, then we open up in book 3 about, what's really going on. So my plan is to write 12 books. Okay. Swipe to filter your comments. I'm sorry, y'all. Brand new at this, y'all. So me trying to what's good in town? Okay, so me trying to talk to you guys and at the same talk, I mean, hey, I guess maybe I could slow down and drink coffee and at the same time. But if you got any questions, you guys make sure you say something. You tap in, you do something. Yes, we'll do subscription goals and all that if you guys like what I'm kicking. But first I want to give you a little insight on the story. So, um, basically we follow the Zodiac Guardians, and the 12 books will be written over time, but currently I'm on the second half, 2/3 of book 5. So book 4 is all ready to go. I got to push the brand, right? And that's book 1, 2, and 3. Also, I wanted to show you guys a little something when I'm on this show. I consider this a 3D poster. Okay, and that's my top of the line best thing that I have to offer you guys. Okay. So we will get to that in a little while. I just want to show you guys, can you see this imagery? All right, so there should be 3 images. If you guys can see the books, all 3 books are there. The bad guys, these are the Lords of Chaos that you're looking at right now. And then we come into the Zodiac Guardians, okay? So you guys will be able to see this on these posts. I sell them for $40. Okay, we will eventually get them out there, but for right now, just to show you guys that we do have a little merch. We got T-shirts and stuff like that. But for storyline purposes, okay, for storyline purposes, Flux is basically a story about following the Zodiac Guardians across otherworldly realm, across the constellations, across all of the universe, the omniverse, the multiverse, so that they can save all of creation. Okay. And I'm going to do all that in 12 books. Okay. We got a lot of biblical connotations because, again, creation of the universe and whatnot. But at the same time, this zodiac is simply sci fi. It's not about chakra and all the spiritualness that goes with it. But again, in the story, we got a lot of lost societies, and where did those societies go? Where those societies went to one of the constellations. Now, in the flux continuum, what we have is omniversal stars, and omniversal stars are stars that shine across every dimension simultaneously. So you can always be able to reference the zodiac, astro zodiac circle. Okay. And the astro zodiac circle is basically just every constellation that comes to the zodiac has an alpha star. And each alpha star has a planet orbiting that alpha star. That's an omniversal star now in the flux continuum. And basically, just what it is, y'all, the way I write. Okay. So, what I normally do on these shows, I give people a recap of what probably happened the day before, and then normally what I do is I put on the clip and let you guys hear the audio book. By the time we get to book three, it'll probably be me opening it up. I might read a couple of paragraphs and then keep it pushing. Just insight on each one of the characters and what's going on in the story and where the story is going. Now, if you want autograph copy and the whole nine, just hit me up. I got you, right? Um, if you want a t-shirt or something, hey, just prompt me, y'all. Prompt me. But please go by the page, subscribe, like it, do all of that, the algorithm stuff. The meat and potatoes, right? Go there, like it if you see something, follow your character if you're interested in it. We got many posters. We got a whole bunch of little, merch that you can get to represent and show your support. Or you can just hit my cash app, whatever it takes, right, y'all? I'm trying to push this brand. I want to make it sure that this storyline gets to comics and, after that, animation. So anyway, this is what's going on in the Zodiac Guardians right now. Intech, right? You guys, I don't know if you guys know the name, and some of you guys been following, but if you check out Intech, right? We talked about him yesterday and how while he was going through the Gifts of Power ceremony, because we're on book two now, right? In chapter two, right? So he's going through the Gifts of Power ceremony and he becomes the senior order at the end of it, right? And he even states why he was there at the senior order that three of the Zodiac Guardians was their avatars were missing. Okay, so he was letting you know that this this gifts of power ceremony is out of alignment, and I drop I call those gems, right? So I can keep the reader on edge and make sure they understand. Hey, all of this happened outside of the normal alignment, and because of that, now we have so many not deficiencies, but things that's happening throughout the universe that's going to ultimately, because it's out of alignment, there are a lot of things that's going to happen that shouldn't have happened. All right, so that was yesterday, and today we're talking about what Phase is going through. And Phase is Dr. Afanasy Sidorov. He was at the space station when everything began in book one. So he's the guy that actually opens the book, right? Or he's the first character in the book, and told me he pretty much opens the book or the story, and he's up in space. He's a doctor. He's just learned how to open a spatial rift to the other side of the universe. He's all excited. He's got the big shakers and all of the main elite up in the space station with him, and they run this major test. So because of what transpired when the probe, right? He sent the probe through, the probe came back. When the probe comes back, it comes back through the wormhole. And then there's a big explosion, there's destruction, right? And these orbs are released across the planet, and so many humans are struck by the orbs, right? And Dr. Afanasy Sidorov is one of the guys that happened to get struck by that orb. Now, uh, in book one, we show him wake up and he's in the depths of the earth near the core. And he's actually able to see the core of our planet. And now we know why our planet is so special because it's all these different type of elements, and he can see these types of things because of frequencies. Anyway, he comes back up and he gets with all the other guys who had woke up from the orb, yada yada yada. But what I did was I went back in book two, and we're going to tell you what transpired while he was transported away. As soon as the orb hit him, his body was encased in basically light, blinding light. He vanished. Nothing was left. So he went somewhere. And right now I'm getting ready to put that video on. Let me get the music right. I'll put that video on, and let you guys hear that. And if you guys like it, look, I guess I can start in a couple of days, maybe come in every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday and hit you guys up. And I can start back at book one for TikTok. But if you guys actually want to, you like the story, you like where it's going, you can watch the page, do it Thursday, Friday, and Saturday along the way with me, or you can go ahead and hit my YouTube. Don't forget to go out to the YouTube because YouTube has the playlist with like 30-minute chapters, 30, 40-minute chapters of audio so you can listen to the story. And in book one, we actually got sound effects and whatnot under the audio book. So you can go and enjoy that, put that on while you're riding in the car or whatever. And then, while you're doing it, make sure you like it, right? Give me a thumbs up on it. Go ahead and subscribe to it and stay with Flux. All right, let me turn this down. Okay, it says invite David G. Let me see, can I invite this? I can't invite you. Oh, it says sent. My bad. Again, I'm still getting used to this. Turn this music down. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and put this video on for these people.
Phase, density ceremonial orb, Capricorn, Algeti, Alpha Capricorni, IW.I4-H. Several weeks ago, Dr. Afanasy Sidorov was conducting spatial transition tests at the Thermodine space station. During the spatial tests, he was struck by an omniversal artifact that empowers its wielder with quantum symmetry and frequency cohesions. Dr. Sidorov is transported to a place filled with falling fragments of light. Each of the fragments glow in random, multicolored patterns as they fall. Dr. Sidorov notices the orb in his hand. An ancient symbol also flickers in patterns. A fragment hovers close to him, and a huge creature with massive arms and legs steps through. The avatar begins to speak in Dr. Sidorov's native language. NCT has been acted by the sentient species known as man. The recipient is from dimension Q.432-00 and has been selected to the cosmic inverter. Intended recipient is the avatar you see standing before you. The species is known as Nordic. They are natives of the planet Capricorn. The cosmic treasure in your possession is assigned to dimension IW.I4-H. As harbinger and protector of Capricorn, your cosmic inverter is attuned to this dimension. The avatar begins to manipulate the fragments that are falling. While Dr. Sidorov watches the creature, he realizes the fragments are particles. Each particle contains a quantum frequency and can be increased or decreased. It allows a particle to become intangible or allows an increase in density. The avatar continues with several demonstrations involving frequencies and particle expansions. It wants Dr. Sidorov to never exceed a specific quantum density or the cosmic inverter will fail. You must heed this warning density in your efforts to protect dimension IW.I4-HB. You must never exceed multiple quantum mass compressions during density manipulation. Matter that resonates at frequency PU.432.00 cannot survive exceeding an 87% quantum compression. The density is a passive defensive weapon. It's been calibrated for subjects indigenous to Capricorn. The inhabitants of Capricorn have extremely dense bodies, and their forms can withstand multiple quantum mass compressions. As the avatar continues to demonstrate with interdimensional frequencies, it speaks of a war that will expand throughout the universe, potentially causing irreparable cosmic level damage. The quantum barriers that separate dimensions have fractured and must be restored. Dr. Sidorov learns there are several dimensions that border and protect his home dimension, the prime universe. As the avatar ends the last lesson, he bids Dr. Sidorov farewell and distorts his form until it vanishes. The fragments begin to sink in frequency. Before the combined frequency overcomes the Doctor, he prays that he will have enough power to protect his world. He vows to do whatever it takes, deep down believing he is the one truly responsible for the cosmic fracture.
Man, it's loud. Okay, okay. Do. All right, y'all. We back. All right. So, flux continuum. We're in the middle of the gifts of power ceremony. If today is your first day, then of course, some of that stuff sounds like jarble to you. So let me go ahead and fix that for you. All right, we want phase, right? Basically, what transpired right here. So if you take a look, I'm letting you know the character phase, the Denzi T. He's within the ceremonial orb. Where's the ceremonial orb at? The ceremonial orb is in Capricorn. Algeta, which is Alpha Capricorni, and then what frequency that dimension resonates in. So I do that because there's so many otherworldly things, and it's not like everything can be accessed from Earth. Okay, in the Flux Continuum, remember it's 12 books. This is an epic tale. Once you get immersed in it, you're there. Okay, so you have to start, opening your mindset to characters that they operate on Earth, but they operate in other places outside of Earth. And this is my way of showing you where those characters are throughout the universe. Okay, and I do a lot of explaining on those types of things. So basically, like I told you, there's an alpha star. And in our world, we call it Alpha Capricorni. So if you look it up on the internet right now, it'll say Alpha Capricorni. Right? I just went on and used the stuff we already got. And then I made up a frequency. I couldn't tell you what IW.14 and all that stands for right now, but it's a frequency, and it was something in my mind at the time that I was thinking about. So I can remember if I sit down and think about it, but at the same time, that's the frequency. So if you flew to Capricorn, or if you flew to the Capricorn constellation right now, let's say we could get there in the blink of an eye, like through warping or something, right? Hyperspace, whatever. We could get there and it won't take us so many light years, hundreds of thousands of light years to get there. And we get there, then we couldn't see the planet. Let's say if we stopped outside the Algeta star, we couldn't see the planet. So what we would have to do is we would have to find and tune into the right frequency, which is IW dot 148-HB. That frequency, if we resonate our ship at that frequency, we'll be able to see that planet then. And then we can go down to the planet and do whatever it is we do. Right? Okay, so that's basically how it is in the flux continuum. So everything resonates at different frequencies. All right, so anyway, I start off with this story, right? Letting you know that, in Alpha Capricorni, again, it's an omniversal star. So you can see that star across every dimension simultaneously. There'll be some things happening in the flux continuum. If that star disappears, that means across all of reality, all the different indie comics, all the different sci-fi universes, all the comics, the Alien, the Predator, everything we know right now. I'm being inclusive when I state that across every dimension simultaneously, what's coming is finna wipe out the multiverse, the omniverse, the megaverse. Okay, so all of these things will be on its way to getting wiped out. That's why I got to let you guys know where you at. So anyway, Dr. Sidorov, I already told you guys he was in his space station. Now, once he woke up, even though he had abilities and everything, it was kind of like he kind of felt like it was his fault. That once he got back to the surface of Earth, he gets to hear about everything that's going on. The intake is already starting incorporating to like national security and everything. He hears about the other people who got struck by orbs. He knows now that Earth is ground zero for whatever's coming. One, because nothing shares power. Nothing. Not like a ceremonial orb, right? That power gives individuals the ability to like alter molecular structure, basically temporal jump through time almost. Capricorn, he's able to phase. He has density manipulation, basically size and density manipulation. That's what he does. He can also alter frequencies to do these things, and the frequencies allow him to, if he concentrate, he could probably go to another planet somewhere, go between the barriers that are on this planet Earth. So there's a lot going on with each one of the characters. Like, they're unique in all they write. So each constellation is actively, y'all. And we do this with where we at? Okay, here we go. The Zodiac Guardians. We pull this out of there. The Zodiac Guardians, right there, y'all. That's all of them right there in front of you. So each one is unique and all is right. And each one has to go to their constellation. They have to get some equipment. They have to get this core, right? Each one, the core is a different name, different depending on the constellation. They got to save so many of the people. They got to bring them back to Earth. They got to save the seven seal. Look, I had a list of things that I was gonna tell people. By the time we get to book 12, these are the things that's going on. Um, so the unit, okay, so in their travels, the Zodiac Guardians will encounter and reveal the beginning of the universe to the end of all creation, including the first war. This is pre-man, y'all. The first war was pre-man. Okay. Lords of Chaos versus Lords of Order. Creation of the universe, the three ages of man, the universal alignment, the apocalypse, the great collapse, the end of war, and on the board, order must life. Okay, I can't tell you guys that. But these are the kind of things that's going to go on, and we're going to have to go to all these different otherworldly realms. There's so many heroes and bad guys that are going to be presented to you across the way, because think about it. We're going to different realms. There have to be different people. So when you think about Flux, I want you guys to look at Flux like a epic. Epic. You know what I mean? It belongs on the big screen. It's an epic tale that's being told. And I take my time to, give you enough information about each character, and at the same time let you know that your Zodiac Guardian is doing this, this, or that. But I believe that I kind of represented most of them. I think I did pretty good. I did a lot of research. But anyway, y'all, let's get with the clip you heard today. So it tells you he's transported to a place where there's falling fragments of light. So imagine being in a dark place, and you know how they always have the little sparkles falling down on you, but imagine those are just fragments of light, right? Each of the fragments glow in random multicolored patterns, because technically those patterns are frequencies, or they're pieces of frequencies, and you can put frequencies together. And it says Dr. Sidorov notices the orb in his hand. He sees what's going on, basically, y'all. He sees what's going on. He notices the avatar. He's looking at him, like, whoa, what's this? And the avatar, he speaks in his language. Now, when I say his language, it says the avatar begins to speak in Dr. Sidorov's native language. He's Russian, y'all. So it's speaking to him in Russian, his native language, not our English. But anyway, the density, I'm just giving you guys insight on the story. Did I do a lot of dialogue? No. I mean, there's some dialogue, right? But I didn't do a lot of banter and all of that stuff in the beginning while I was telling the main parts of the story. There's so much going on, so much information that the reader needs to know so that they can absorb like where we're going on this trip. Right. So it lets him know that his intellect, or that he has somehow activated the it's called the density, right? And the density is the let me put him up. The density, where bam, there you go. So the density is the ceremonial orb, which has imbued and enhanced. Okay, it went inside his body, right? Became his new heart. So that's what's pumping him with energy and stuff now. It also coated all of his organic matter in an ultra thin layer of something called cyanotech armor, right? That's how you see him right now in that purple, black, and the red you see on his face. That's quantum quartz. Quantum quartz is it's an interdimensional type substance, because it's not technically solid, but it can be solid. And right now he's using it and it's solid. Okay, it's quantum quartz, y'all. It's the stuff in the back of the book. Let me pull it up so I can tell you what, because I have a glossary in the back of the book, and I also have character bios, right, to enhance, your reading experience. So here we go. Quantum quartz is a singularity that defies the laws of universal physics. It is imbued with chronotemporal properties. It is a substance that was specifically designed to contain free will. It is further believed that quantum quartz is the universal substance that contains the dimensional barriers of the omniverse. So remember, I told you, I said you resonate in a certain dimension where you have to be able to get through the barriers that are between different dimensions. Quantum quartz is what keeps these dimensions from crashing into each other. Okay. Um. Anyway, the avatar is a Mordic, y'all, and the Mordic is the ones that should have gotten the power. So on the planet Capricorn, there's a society of Mordics. That's what I'm letting you know. And I'm still coming up with what they're gonna actually look like, y'all. But they're gonna be kind of Hulk. And I got a few sketches that I've looked at, and I kind of like what they do. But basically, they can take their hands, the males can. The males, because right, the males always got the horns and stuff, right? The males are able to bump their fists together to create sonic shock waves. So they were like perfect to have like the frequency thing. That's kind of how I looked at it. Anyway, um, so anyway, the avatar, right, the Mordic, gets to basically what's going on, and the Mordic is going to teach him how he's supposed to manipulate this power. Okay, the things that he can do. Now, as you read the storyline of Flux, you'll see that there's something called a start with an E, a neural feed. Okay, and the neural feed. Let me look it up in the dictionary real quick, in my glossary. It's called an imperial codex, and that's all the information that the Mordic or the Avatar gives to Dr. Sidorov. So basically, just quick definition: an embedded neurological feed recording, right? Feed slash recording contained within the orb. It is activated during the Gifts of Power ceremony. It contains information on how to wield the ancient artifact. It prepares the users for advanced mental upgrades, to include but not limited to planetary strategies, alien tactics, and power input output variables. Basically, how to use your powers, right? And the different things that you should be able to do at least. And then maybe there are things through ingenuity you can come up with, but yeah, it's basically how to use your power. And you would notice that when I stated in the Imperial Codex, it said it prepares the use for advanced mental upgrades, to include but not limited to planetary strategies. It contains information how to wield the ancient artifact. So I was trying to tell you guys something when I said to wield the ancient artifact, because human ingenuity is different than what another alien species would do with power, if you will. So the power, I kind of want to say that some alien life forms probably wouldn't put it on as a suit. I'm gonna just leave it like that. Okay. They probably wouldn't put a suit on. I think, well, I believe, and this is what I was going through while I was writing it. All of these guys share information during the Gifts of Power ceremony. All of this happened at the same time. I'm just giving you one character at a time. That's all. All of this happened at the same time. They could share information in the whole nine, even though they couldn't see each other and talk to each other. So this happened across dimensions. All right. I'm just letting you know how vast Flux is. That's why I'm giving y'all this detailed insight today. Most time I generally let y'all go in about 30 minutes, but I got to give you what's going on in the story. All right. So it basically knows where he's from because his dimensional vibration is PU.432-00. And that's basically the prime universe. That's where we live at right now. In our universe, what this earth that we live on resonates and vibrates at 432 ohms, right? You heard the Buddha go on. Yeah. That's my understanding of the vibration or the frequency in which our planet in this reality we live in resonates. But anyway, so I went on and used it. Um, yeah, so I already told y'all everything about the avatar and what he's teaching them about when it comes to um, density manipulation. Now, one of the main things that it does tell him, it says you must never exceed multiple quantum mass compressions during density manipulation. Now, what we do know is it's not necessarily a dysfunction to the equipment or to the orb itself. It's just stating that as a human, he can't he must be aware of all of the quantum mass compressions because we were not made to do technically, but because this is this is a celestial object. It can play with organic matter differently you know, than we're capable of doing. So he's still able to be the hero. He still has tremendous power and whatnot, but he can't right now if he exceeds 87% quantum compression. That lets you know that if that avatar, right, that's talking to him and teaching him everything, that Mordic, if that Mordic got it, that Mordic would still be able to access an additional 13%, which would make that Mordic stronger than our phase. I'm just throwing it out there, y'all. So as the avatar continues to demonstrate interdimensional frequency, it basically informs him about the war that's coming. So each one of the humans, right, while they were going through this origin story, right, this is their origin part. As each one of these guys were going through their training, right, the Imperial Codex, they were learning about the danger that's coming. Not so specific the actual danger, but more or less like um the danger that's coming is that it's this serious. It's at this level. It's not a something that maybe surrounds just your planet and maybe just your solar system or even just your galaxy. Like this can destroy everything, and that's why this failsafe. This basically is an autocorrect. So in all God's divine wisdom, what basically God did was, well, maybe God informed the angelic celestials, because that's where each one of our heroes get their powers from an angelic celestial who is the personification or the quantum particle which allows these heroes to draw their power from an angelic celestial. They celestial beings basically, right? And these celestial beings are able to channel through the orbs, remember, because they're omniversal, right? So all of that works together. He's just basically letting them know, hey man, this is how you move when it comes to the frequencies. Um, remember the mass compressions I said. He's just letting them know. He's letting them know the damage he could do if he doesn't if he doesn't stop the frequencies, right? Because the frequencies can resonate at a certain or be tuned to a certain way. You leave it on, the aftershock could be way deadlier than you thought. So, there's just insight on it. And basically, the danger that's coming is at this level. So, it's kind of what, each one of the heroes was given a piece of the story. Like, the danger could be this bad. The danger should be sufficient to wipe out all of the entire, like the Big Bang would never happen. Time would have been destroyed. Just all the different things. And it's, remember, quantum quartz is about containing free will, and humans, right? We're the masters of free will, right? We were the ones given free will to move along this earthly plane or this physical realm of existence without no kickback. Well, our kickback is, it depends on what you believe, right? And that's an individual thing. That's your relationship in the whole nine with the Most High. But other than that, then like, we're able to do anything we want to in life. We have like earthly circumstances or repercussions we got to deal with, but in the big scheme of the universe, we're so infinitesimal. So with that being said, y'all, they're letting them know how big the threat is. Okay, that's pretty much what it is that I do. I do this once a week, well, 3 times a week, Thursday, Friday, and Saturdays, y'all. I'm letting y'all know I'm coming to the end. um and y'all guys can plug me in with the other guys who do this. I've been out there looking. Hey, I like what I see out there. I like the creativeness. I believe that, we can get together and make something great. Also, if you want to like follow Flux, y'all check it out. Remember my YouTube, I actually went out there and got the playlist. So chapter 1 through chapter whatever. Also have character bios in the back. They're actually a glossary in the back, help you define the words that I make up and whatnot. The different frequencies, the way I write the book. So you guys come check us out. Oh, I got a new artist that took a look at me, and right now he's reading and scanning through the books and stuff. I'll be calling him today to find out what he thinks so far. And that's pretty much it, y'all. This is what I do, y'all. I eat, breathe, and sleep this. I love it. Remember, I'm on book 5 now. Book 4 will be published. I got to talk to the CEO. I don't know how we're gonna do that. It might be take this one trilogy right here, books 1, 2, and 3, and push that brand and keep the other books until books 1 through 3 sell. Or, we could keep putting them out, and hope for the best. But I don't know. We're gonna talk, man, to the team. But y'all remember, we got things here. Y'all prompt me, let me know if you even rocking with what I'm doing. I can hell, I can do this every night if y'all want to. It just depends, right? And I have to go to you guys because you guys do, or you are the consumers of what it is that I'm providing, right? And I'm providing first line of defense for unprecedented extremes, right? Flux, right? I do a lot of acronyms. You get to know about, some of the military history I had. Yeah, I was stricken with the big C cancer, but I beat it. I'm in remission now. And my life took on this role. This is what helped me get through that. So, you get to get a piece of me as I tell the story of my life and how it went down and how I took some of that and I put it into this material. And I'm starting at the bottom. So, I got the actual black and white books, right? I got ebooks and all that too, y'all. We on every digital platform. So you come here though to hear the word from me when it come to Flux, and you come here to get autograph and what's that term? It means like merch though. You get merch from me, right? You want Flux paraphernalia, then you come here. That's basically what I'm saying. Um, Appreciate everybody rocking with me today. If y'all like it, please go by my page or my profile or whatever it's called. And y'all like a couple of those things out there, let me know you rocking. And I can start doing this, y'all. If y'all want me to do it at nighttime or in the afternoon, evening, I mean, I would love to hear what y'all think. I think it's kind of dope that I created a whole universe. And for y'all, I'll go ahead and start back from scratch, man. I'll go back and start from scratch just to let y'all get the feel of everything it is I bring. And some of the things that motivated me to do this, especially because I mean it's heartwarming though to me. You know what I mean? It reminds me of some of the things I was going through when I was writing it, some of the people that inspired me to write this, some of the people who motivated me, and some of the characters in my life or the people in my life. I imbued some of their personality into some of the characters. I mean, you guys get all that behind the scenes if you come here. Okay, so y'all let me know how y'all feel, and hey, thank you for joining and enjoy. It says something about you can't hear me. Man, I can't believe y'all didn't hear me this whole time. That'd be crazy. Yeah, I got multiple platforms, y'all. It keeps saying that they can't hear me. I'm gonna have to find out why though. But okay. Anyway, thank y'all for rocking with me. Enjoy your weekend. Take care of yourself. Peace. We're in that. And we're gonna end this and find out. Try going live with another creator. No. I wanna know what's wrong with the sound. Sounds all the way up. Hmm. I know. I mean, I'm the view. What is saying? The viewers cannot what? The viewers cannot hear me. But I got my thing on. Mm-mm-mm. I'm sorry, y'all. If you can hear me, I'm just working on making sure that you guys can hear me. That's all. Cause if y'all can hear me, can I get a one? Can I get a two? Can I get something? Subscribers, toast, share. I don't want to share it. Enhance, no, cause my microphone. What? My microphone is on. We done with this. Turn. Here we go. Check the library. Mm. Mic check. 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 Microphone muted. Bird, I'm done. You can hear because the microphone's being used by another app. Oh.